Sunday racing coming through from KZN. We're in the heart of Durban at Hollywood Bets Greyville for an 8-race program that commences at 20 minutes to 1. It's a www.tabgold.co.za maiden plate over the 1200 meters. And of course, let me remind you that it is straight into our exotics. It is a bipod that will be awaiting us at that 1240. And just a reminder, yet another option to deposit money alongside your EFTs, etc. You now have that a very convenient blue voucher, which is accessible at any local store or garage, and it's all about keying in the PIN number, and you're up and running. But just make sure that it's long before 12:40 to be able to access that bipod. And the man who's going to help us with the bipods today, well done for Stevie G. It is, of course, Mr. Gary John. Gary John, a very good morning to you. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And Sunday's racing, are you confident? We're back on the turf for Sunday's racing.
Morning, Cecil, and morning to all the punters out there. Yes, this card doesn't look too bad. I think we can make some money. The cards have been a bit tough at Greyville recently, and the results have been not the best. But let's see today. Maybe we can get some money.
All right, let me give you the betting to race number 1, and it is the 6 Top Gun. Your favorite at 28 to 10. The 9 Captainship is at 3 to 1. And then the horse I was trying to tell you about off air that you're so married to and you got a chance on Sunday. That is Wherever I Lay My Head is at 33 to 10. It's 15 to 4 and better bar those.
Cecil,
Yeah.
In my bar plots, I've gone 3 horses, 2, 6, and 9. My first choice will be number 2, Wherever I Lay My Hat. It is my first choice. I really like that it's been dropped back to the 1200. And if you go on collateral form here, I mean, it does have the Golden Goal held, Captainship held, Samir Longsword held. So I'm strong in the camp here with Wherever I Lay My Hat. I think I should definitely get it right. I make the clear danger number 9, Captainship. I really like its last run and the way it's improved. I'm just a bit scared of the draw. But Wherever I Lay My Hat is worth a nibble at the price. I do believe that.
All right, we will go with Wherever I Lay My Hat. That is a 2, 6, and a 9. Those are the numbers to that first leg. And again, a first leg gets underway at 12:40. We're now getting into a PAs with the running of race number 2. That is when the Greyville PA commences. 13:15 is the off time. Distance is 1,600 meters. And looking at the betting before we get to Mr. Gary John, the favorite is Nautical Landing for Mike Miller and Tristan Godden at 17 to 10. The well-related 3, Zolta Star, is a co-second favorite at 33 to 10 with the 8, Got the Fever. It's 13 to 2 and a better bar those. Nautical Landing, that last run on the turf before the subsequent poly runs, Mr. Gary John, give you confidence that the drop back to the 1600, Tristan aboard Mike Miller, your trainer. It could be Nautical Landing's afternoon in race 2.
Cecil, in my exotics, I've actually played to beat it. I do feel Nautical Landing is a better poly horse, but I do see it's had that one good grass run in its career to Sweeter Than Honey that has produced winners out of there. But I'm going to play to beat it. I really like Zolta Star, the Joburg horse. I think its last run in Joburg was a great run. It was a big field. And I did see Intro come out that ran behind it, come out to run second yesterday. So, on Thursday, sorry. So I'm strong in the camps of Zolta Star. I think the step up to the 1600 will suit it a lot. Last time it did come from off them running on. I made the danger, Got the Fever. I think these form lines are very strong. The run to Captain Oliver, and also going back to its run to Warrior Royale, which also came out to win. So in my PAs, I've gone the 2 horses, 3 and 8. My first choice will definitely be Zolta Star. I think also at the price, it's worth a nibble.
And of course, Zolta Star, well related. They're related to a certain Ambiorix who won a group feature as a 2-year-old, I think at the second or third time of asking. That is race 2. Again, 3 and 8. He's Brass the favorite, and we like that aggressive play. It's an off time of 1:15. We're getting into race number 3, and that'll be the start of the pick six. I say the pick six is a very, very worthy bet to invest in, especially on Sunday. A few races where you have to just make a statement, say, I am going with the XYZ race 3, a case in point. But of course, you've got to need funds. And of course, don't forget that blue voucher is at your fingertips, and you can just, in fact, load in that pin that is accessible on that voucher, and you're up and running. In race number 3, Turconnell tries for the third time in as many outings over course and distance to go one better, and its regular pilot of late, Kelvin Abibu, gets a ride for Mike de Kock. Turconnell in the colours of the Hollywood is at 18 to 10. The 2, I Salute You, 28 to 10. Number 1, Bagalugs, who was a runner just midweek on the potty, is at 5 to 1, along with the 3, Mvelelo, 5 to 1. Bagalugs, by the way, that form line finished 4th behind a Night Warrior, and that was 2.60 lengths. Right, Turconnell, the field is small, 7 runners, Mr. Gary John. I don't think you're going to make a draw such a big issue, or are you?
Cecil, in this race here, I've made it between the 3 horses, I Salute You, Lucky Dollar, and Turconnell. I did add Turconnell in, but one thing that does put me off that it does have breathing problems. This horse, in all of its runs, it says respiratory noise, respiratory noise. So that's a bit of a question mark in my eyes and a bit of a put off. I know it wasn't drawn the best last time. It has been ultra consistent in Durban, so you just have to respect that. But if you're looking for a lot of value in this race, a horse like Lucky Dollar, I think it's 28 to 10, top 2, and 9 to 1 a win. This horse back on the grass, if you go to the run to Master of Destiny, where it ran 1.7 lengths, a horse called Nocturnal Flight was in there, which Lucky Dollar did beat. And if you go to Turconnell's last run, Nocturnal Flight did beat it. So on that, there, I think the value horse in this race is Lucky Dollar. And then just speaking of my second selection, I Salute You. I know the stable think a lot about it. Also, last time, put a line through it, even though it was a good run. From draw 13 at Greywood, only ran 5 lengths behind neither here nor there. I see the race in this order: 4 for first, 2 for second, and 6 for third.
Thank you, Gary John. This is the Following in the Box Seat, a podcast. Merit rate is 74. It's over the 1600. Off at 10 to 2, and that'll be the start of the Greyville Pick 6 on Sunday. Now, we discussed jackpots, and the first of those 2 jackpots, it is back-to-back jackpots, being just an 8-race program. It's a merit rated 71. It's over the mile, and the favorite is the 8 Jazz Festival at 5 to 2. Tied to the top, the 2 Kimbo O'Hara, 3 to 1. 7 to 2, the 5 Global Movement. 5 to 1, the 3 Pongola. It's 11 to 2, and better bar those. Now, man, Lebo Hanna, his colors are on the 5 Global Movement, and of course, I interviewed Lebo on Thursday, was it? Oh, no, Tuesday, when he had a winner with that first timer for the Paul Peter stable. He was nominee for the Hanna brothers. So they've got the 5 Global Movement, who's looking to make it back to back. Jazz Festival comes out of that race we were discussing in the previous race at Turconnell. Stronger race than this one, slightly stronger. So if Turconnell rather comes through to win, 8 Jazz Festival, I'm sure we'll find a lot more fans come race number 4.
Cecil, just speaking on Jazz Festival, I do have respect for it. It's not one of my first choices. I'm just a bit scared of the draw. And this horse does lose lengths at the start, which does put me off a bit. If it fluffs its lines today, I don't know if it's going to win in this against this bunch. I'm quite strong in the Camshire number 2, Kimbo O'Hara. It came off a rest last time on the poly. I think the step up to the 1600 will be perfect for it. It has won on the grass at Scottsville, and the one run that sticks out to me a lot is at Durbanville, the 1 length behind Questioning. I'm sure if this horse repeats its previous form and is back to best, it should beat a bunch like this. I do have a lot of respect for Pongola. I know Jazz Festival does have it held, but I'm willing to put a line through its last run. I think Pongola is going to come on from that run. In this race, I see the race 2, 3, and my third selection will be Jazz Festival, number 8.
2, 3, and 8, and the jackpot is up for your consumption there, for your visual consumption. That is race 4, first leg, 14.25. If you're just joining us, you're most welcome. You are watching a Wager to Win, proudly brought to you by the sponsors of the 2024 Summer Cup. That is Betway, and of course, it is the home of the Betway PSL, which resumes after yet another international break, which should be over this time next week. Right, let's get to race number 5. It is the Fillies of May 69. It's over the 1900 meters, and your favorite is the 7 English Primrose, who is at 4 to 1. That is in a very open looking race. And number 5, the 7, that is at 4 to 1. 5 to 1 is number 3, Give Us Grace. Number 6, Rainbow of Roses, is at 6 to 1. And then you're looking at sevens, about numbers 2, She's a Bomber. And the 9, Lady is a Champ, as well as completing that trio. Number 10, Hot Strike, also at 7 to 1. Right, our old friend She's a Bomber is back in action. Yet another one of your old favorites. That is easy to back at 7 to 1. Which way are you going in race number 7? In race number 5, leg 2 of leg 1 of Jackpot 2, and leg 2 of Jackpot 1.
Cecil, in this race, I've made my value play for the day. She's a Bomber. I think it's going to show a lot of improvement going up to the 1900. I also really like that Gavin's on it. He's 1 from 1 on this horse. And just going back to its Joburg run, there's been a few winners out of there. A horse to state that's come out to win twice, Kia Car. I just know this horse was really rated when it was with Van Furen. I know it hasn't done much in Durban since it's been down here, but I really think this horse is going to show a lot of improvement today over the 1900. I think it can get it right, and it seems like it's cracked the right bunch. Also, in its last run to Warrior Royale, there were some decent horses in there. Gorgeous Girl, Belay Mambo, She's a Machine. So I'm really strong here with She's a Bomber. I think it's going to be in the top 3 today. I make the clear danger, Give Us Grace. I was very impressed with this victory last time. The stable are having their winners. And I honestly think it could be a nice swinger, this numbers 2 and 3. But I'm definitely going to be having a win and place bet on She's a Bomber. I've also taken a stand in all my bets. I've gone to horses 2 and 3 in all my exotics.
Read him like a book when it comes to his selections. She's a Bomber is a confident first choice. Have a strike if you follow Gary John, and why not? He has been in pretty decent form with his win bets. 2 and 3, that would be the recommended first leg of Jackpot 1. Jackpot 2, rather. That is leg 1. Greyville Convention Center, Fillies and Mares 101 will be race number 6. The last chance to get involved in a pick 3, and a recent visitor to our shores is in the race, that being number 7. Captains Christie contested a 1,000-meter event and not disgraced behind Ice Star in what was a smallish field but quite a quality field. Right, in race number 6, the favorite is one Bevy's Delight at 18 to 10. Number 6, Shipolia is at 33 to 10. 11 to 2 is the 7 Captains Christie. And then it's 6 to 1 and a better bar those quoted runners. So I've been 2 out of 2 with your older fancies, Mr. Gary John. I know Bevy's Delight is a horse that you once told us to keep an eye on. Comes off a bit of a break, 63 days. And as I say, Captains Christie comes back home with decent form under its belt, although it was over the shorter trip of 1,000 meters. Which way are you going? Race 6.
Cecil, I made my best bet for the day, Bevy's Delight. I'm not, I'm not too, I'm not too worried about the rest. Last run, it came off a year layoff and it ran an absolute cracker. And I feel that it was a bit too short for it that day. Now it's going up to the 1,200. I think it will be suited from draw 1. I really like it. And also just going back to its win where it got disqualified. It did win that day, and there were some nice horses in there. Captain of the Green, Kupawele, Time for Orchids. I mean, this form line looks to be very strong against this bunch. It does have Sharfolia held on its last run, and also just knowing the run to No Filter. No Filter did come out to win. So, I mean, and it's also just to touch on Captain's Christie. It has it held because it's beaten Russian Doll before, and I think Captain's Christie ran behind Russian Doll. So I'm in full force here with Bevy's Delight. I've banked it and everything. I've also made it my best bet. I'm hoping for it to get it right. I think Gavin's got the measure of this bunch.
Thank you very much, my man. And I'm sure Sheldon must be pulling his hair out. I always pronounce that name wrong after his two daughters. Shyfolia, you rightly pronounce. That is race number 6. First leg of the last pick 3 off at 25 to 4. Okay, don't forget you still have a chance to get involved in the last exotic of the afternoon, that being the last double starts. Race number 7 will come down to a fillies and mares 73, and we extend trip to a 1400 meters for race number 7. The channel, rather, fillies and mares 73 handicapper for fillies and mares, and looking at the betting for race number 7. The favoritism right now, that is with number 7, and that is Regeneration. That has made the cover of the computer form for today's meeting, is at 2 to 1. Number 4, State Secret, is at 7 to 2. Number 5, Miss Paget, is at 4 to 1. 4 to 1 is at the 8, and that is for Jador. It's 11 to 2, and bet about those. Now, one of the runners at 11, in fact, the runner at 11 to 2 is Happy and Alien. Now, this was the runner midweek on the poly track, and not a bad effort at all in a stronger race if you go by just the average ratings. In fact, similar race, 74 average rating, finished second, and that was 1.40 lengths behind the War Empress. That's your form update to the 2, Happy and Nadia. Right, race number 7, Gary John. What are we doing? Are we going with Regeneration to remain unbeaten? Certainly a very nice victory on a debut.
I have to agree with you there, Cecil. I was very impressed the way this horse won. It came from so far back and won going away. It never looked like it was going to win ever. And the way it won, I was very impressed. There has been winners out of there. Happy Fortune, Get Off My Crowd, Jack Pori. So the form line is there. I think it's cracked the right bunch coming out of the maidens. It can definitely get it right in my eyes. Two other horses to touch on. Copacabana, its first run on the turf was a great run in my eyes behind We Will Rock You that we saw come out and win in Joburg the other day. So that horse definitely can pop up. And then one you cannot leave out is Fort Jador. This horse is ultra consistent. It's versatile. I think it ran a great race behind Ferrari Rose. I think Ferrari Rose is going to be a nice upcoming horse. I've opted to go with the exacta box here, 3, 7, and 8. It'll cost you R6. Maybe the 3 can run in it and make it pay for us.
3, 7, and 8. That is the suggested box exacta. Copacabana, Solibana, Dennis Bosch, and Rachel Fennicker. The 7, Regeneration, and the third choice is Fort Jador. That is the trio that make up the box exacta. Right, let's have a look at the curtain close of the lucky last and or the get out of it stakes, just to name but 3 of the labels attached to last races on cards. The race number 8 is quite a competitive affair. Fillies and Mares 94. They're going over the 1400 meters, and favoritism is the 8, and that is from the Peter Muscat stable, Gavin Arena. What a busy weekend. Friday night, Turpentine, Saturday, Kenilworth, and now Sunday at Greyville. Neither here nor other is the favorite, and that is the 8, and that is currently showing at 22 to 10. And then you go all the way out to the 10 at 17 to 2. That is Dying Alley. The 7, Kitchikau, that is at 9 to 1. 9 to 1 is the 9, Mr. Master Starter. It's 10 to 1 and better about those. Gary John, Christmas has come through 5 weeks early for me because Mr. Master Starter at 9 to 1. By the way, the form update from Wednesday. Third, 1.60 lengths behind the upwardly mobile Connery, who I think remains unbeaten in the province. That is the latest form update for the 9, Mr. Master Starter. That was an MR94 over 1200 meters. This time they go over the 1400. Christmas come early for me. I'm definitely off the 9 to 1, but you're going to try and sidetrack me, I think.
Cecil, my only question mark on Mr. Master Starter is the run coming too soon. The form lines are there definitely. I just think it's going to have it's a lot to ask from draw 9 and obviously running twice in 1 week. My first choice, very hard to look past it, is Gavin's horse, neither here nor there. I mean, its last 2 victories were ultra impressive. It seems like it's loving it. The Greyville 1400, poly or turf. This has to be my first choice. And then just speaking on my other selections for my exacta box, number 5, Sundance Kid. It's got really good form once again. It is coming off a layoff, but the run to Baratheon Baratheon came out to win again. Another run to get impressed. Oriental Charm, Cape Eagle. These are great runs. It's definitely in the class to pop up in a field like this. And then my third selection, Master Josh, also loves the course and distance. It should be right on top of them. It just needed its run last time. I'm expecting a lot of improvement. And my fourth choice will be Kachako. It's run to Salute where it came from a mile back. It was drawn wide. I think this form line is also really strong. I've opted to box the four horses, numbers 3, 5, 7, and 8. I think it's a nice exacta box. It can pay money because it's very open after you look past the favourites.
You've been warned, Mr. Gary John. Do not ignore Mr. Master Starter at your own peril. Right, thanks very much, Gary John. A 3, 5, 7, and 8. That is the boxing quartet suggestion for race number 8, and it just tells you the price is there. The 3, 11 to 1. The 5 is at 11 to 1. The 7 is at 9 to 1, and the 8, that's your favorite at 33 to 10. If they come in, it is going to be a good payout. That's been Sunday racing at Greyville on the turf.